Hi, this is Nahid, and welcome to the new year. As a coach, I often get asked about New Year's resolutions. You've probably heard a lot about how resolutions don't work, and a lot of times they don't because people run out of stamina by February. But people care about making resolutions because they want to make big changes in their lives. And there are definitely ways to make New Year's resolutions so that you can set yourself up for success. And today, what I'm going to do is share three ways that you can set yourself up with a New Year's resolution. The first is to establish habits. The second is to set growth goals as opposed to what we might call SMART goals. And the third is to create a theme. And we'll go into each one of these and I'll explain how they work. So you probably already know that building a habit takes a lot of energy in the beginning. And once the habit is established, it takes less energy because it becomes more automatic. The thing that's important about habits is if we try to make really big changes in our habits all at once, they often take a large amount of energy that we can't sustain. So, one of the most powerful things that you can do when it comes to building habits is build micro habits and work into a bigger habit step by step. And the reason is because a micro habit takes less energy and it's usually more sustainable. So, for example, let's say I want to practice piano 30 minutes a day and I find I'm not practicing at all. I might build a micro habit of always sitting at the piano bench for a minute at a certain time of day. Now, in itself, that habit is not going to improve my piano playing. But if I want to use this approach, I have to trust that once I'm sitting at that piano every day, it's not going to take any effort at all. And that's when I can inch up to the next micro habit and layer it on, which is I'm going to play scales for 1 minute. And if I sit at the piano at the same time every day, now that's not taking any energy. If I play scales for 1 minute, I can do that for a couple of weeks. And pretty soon that's not going to take any energy. And then I'm naturally going to want to build on. And this actually happens very naturally. It doesn't take too much effort. And what's going to happen is, after the novelty of the new year wears off, life's going to be coming at you. And you aren't going to have a lot of time to do things that you're not already automatically doing. So you want to make something automatic as quickly as possible. Or if it's not automatic yet, you want to make it take as little energy as possible so that you can say, okay, 5 minutes, I can do this. Another thing that I find is really important is to distinguish between what we might call SMART goals and growth goals. And I have a whole values-based goal setting workbook on this that you can get in our online store, I believe. But in a nutshell, a SMART goal is usually a very tangible goal. So I want to get up to $10,000 per month in revenue every month. So you can easily see if you succeeded in that or not, because you just look at your revenues. Are they 10,000 yet? Are they 7,000? Are they 12,000? Then I can clearly see if I'm at 10,000. Okay. Or I want to lose a certain amount of weight. Well, I have a scale. I can see, have I lost it or not? Right. So SMART goals are all based on that, something very tangible that you achieve that you can see very clearly. Have I achieved it? Have I not? But let's talk about something that we want to improve in ourselves, such as becoming more patient. Well, how do you really measure that? You could try to fit it into a SMART goal formula, but actually thinking about, I want to get better at this, I want to get better at this, is a better way to approach those kinds of changes. And those kinds of changes are usually the more important ones that matter to us, that make more sense to have as a part of your New Year's resolution, things that make a difference in your life as a whole. So if I want to improve my patience, I can start thinking about ways to improve my patience. But the key to this, and the thing that is really important, is even on days when I am so busy and everything is coming at me, I can still work on things that improve my patience. And it might just take a minute or 2 minutes or 3 minutes throughout the day. But those minute, 2 minute, 3 minute conscious, intentional behaviors that improve my patience or my courage or my assertiveness or any of these things that you want to improve, those things add up over time. And these little 1% incremental changes become really big changes by the end of the year. So set a growth goal. I want to get better at, and nothing matters other than continuing to get better and better and better at this. And even if I slip back, I just keep focusing on getting better. That's a growth goal, setting a growth goal as opposed to a SMART goal for New Year's resolutions. Now, one of my favorite things, and this is something I do with my clients pretty much every year, is we have a theme. A theme can be things like be brave, find my voice, accept myself at a deeper level. So these are, again, more internal things. They're about your own growth and transformation. The thing about a theme that's even better than a growth goal, I mean, they're very similar to each other if you think about it, but the thing about a theme is a theme doesn't even have to be about self-improvement. It could be about enjoying the day more, becoming more present. So it can be about happiness. It doesn't have to be about improvement. It doesn't have to be a growth goal that you measure. It can just be something that you want this year to be about. So a theme is more based in your values or your purpose in life. It's very, very lined up with who you are as a human being. And you can't really set yourself up for failure when you have a theme unless you forget your theme. So forgetting your theme is kind of the only way you can go wrong here. Having a theme and having it stay top of mind throughout the year can make all the difference in the world. So the only thing that's important about a theme is having it be memorable. And the way to have a memorable theme is to, number one, have it described in very few words. So it could be one word, it could be 3 words. I've had people say, be brave, be my best friend, be myself, kindly say my truth. So these are phrases that are pretty succinct. So that's one way to remember it. Another way to remember it is to have a visual. So you can do a vision board and put it up, or you can just write your theme down and put it in various places where you'll see it often, and that way you won't forget. Another thing you can do is have a journal related to your theme. So let's say your theme is patience, then maybe you would have a patience journal. So you, in your patience journal, you just write each day your thoughts on patience. So you may also know that if you have a coach or if you're part of a self-development program, you can increase your chance of success by 5 times or more. And this is because having that partnership keeps it front of mind, what you're trying to do. It taps into the power of synergy. It gives you a natural support and accountability system. And studies have shown over and over again that having that kind of partnership when you're trying to make a change is really giving you the extra energy that you need to sustain that change over time. So it's a powerful tool. And a lot of people who back away from doing these kinds of things, they may not feel like they want to invest in themselves. It may feel like it's an indulgence. But something to think about is that one of the best things you can do for everyone else in your life is become happier. So with that said, I wish you the best this new year, and don't hesitate to reach out if there's anything we can do to help you on your journey.